Hello, Fantasy Faithfuls, and welcome back to the CSD Fantasy live stream. As usual, let's check, so make sure that the audio is good, mellow, everything fine with the audio. In today's stream, I'm sorry for missing the Fantasy Rabbit Hole last week. I was dealing with some personal stuff. I had to cancel the show last minute. Probably won't be another Fantasy Rabbit Hole this week as well. Got some work things I have to take care of on Wednesday evening. But we'll probably try to reschedule that episode and air it later on in the week instead. Hopefully, waiting for confirmation that the stream is working fine. I see myself, so that's a good one. Not seeing any confirmation that the sound is good in the chat though. That is a bit worrying. Properties, that should be the right. Sound is good. Perfect. Thank you so much, guys. C. Phil, welcome to stream. Happy to have you on board. Mello, as usual. Thank you. Miami Canes Productions, welcome to the stream. If you all remember last week, we did reach the threshold, so we're doing another giveaway. As you can see, I'm going to be starting taking names down. I would like for this to be a little easier though for me. If you go to the latest video on CSD's Fantasy YouTube channel, there is a video with Deshaun Watson. Just leave a comment on that video and you'll be into the drawing for the Amazon gift card. But let's get into a couple of questions. Don't forget to hit that like button again and share on social media to get as many people in as possible. And create even better and more content. Let's get in there with, where is the first question? We got Miami Canes, Tom Brady or Dak Prescott. I know who this is going to be. I'm starting Dak Prescott. He's fairly cheap in DFS today, so I'm starting him. He comes with more risk than I like for a quarterback, but his floor is so high, his ceiling is high. Fairly big bust risk, but when the floor is 15.6, I'm okay with that. There's a lot of boom chance even with a ceiling that high. A great opponent in Detroit who give up 6 most points to quarterbacks, high projection. So I'm definitely going Dak Prescott over Tom Brady this week. Miami. Mello, you're posting your team soon. Sounds good. C. Phil, no question. Dan DiMarino, welcome to the chat. Happy to have all y'all guys here on board. And as I said before, if you just joining in, be sure to go over to the Deshaun Watson video. Just leave my comment and you'll be in the running for the promised giveaway gift card. I see C. Phil already ripped my quarterback points this week, Wentz and Murray. Let's put C. Phil in as the first contestant in the random choice generator. Oop, there we go. Awesome. Thank you. That makes it a little easier for me. You just go in there periodically during the stream and enter y'all as we move forward. Sleek, welcome to the show as well. You need one full point PPR, John Brown, DJ Moore, or Jamison Crowder. This is a good one. I was looking at John Brown earlier. DJ Moore, I had a question to make a video on him, so I'm doing that next week. And Jamison Crowder has been Crowder has been a favorite target for Sam Darnold a lot, with a lot of like not big plays, but small plays and a lot of receptions. Receptions is the word I'm looking for. We got DJ Moore with the highest projection, but it does come with, 51% isn't too bad for a wide receiver. John Brown has almost no risk of not reaching 7.4 this week. The fun thing about Miami is that they used to be a whipping team. Like, you just put whoever played them in. I believe they're the 16th best opponent for Josh Allen, for a quarterback right now. Yeah, 16th best. So when you're adjusting for the last 3 weeks, they've actually been pretty good. They haven't been playing the best teams like Brian Hoyer and stuff, but they haven't been giving up that many points to wide receivers lately. I still like John Brown, though. He has the highest ceiling Good boom chance for DJ Moore, though, against Atlanta. Atlanta still give up a lot of points to wide receivers, even though they had a good game against the Saints. He has the highest projection, highest floor, a little bit lower ceiling than John Brown. Let's look at the receptions. I got him for 6 receptions. Okay, so that kind of settles it versus John Brown's 5. So he does have a high projection and way more, he does have more receptions coming his way as well. So I would actually start DJ Moore over John Brown, and I'm a huge Smokey Brown fan, as y'all may know. Crowder kind of, he got lost in the shuffle here a little bit. He has the lowest floor. He comes with the most risk, even though his projection is the lowest, and he has a tougher opponent in the Redskins than Dolphins and Falcons. That was sleek, so I would start DJ Moore in full point PPR. Melo wants to know about Dak Prescott or Patrick Mahomes. This is a good one. This is a really good one. I haven't looked at this one. They should be fairly even. Mahomes has the lower projection but lower risk by about 6 points, or 6 percentage points, I should say. He does have a lower floor, which is interesting. Does have a higher ceiling by 1 point, lower bust risk, lower boom chance, really tough opponent. Why am I looking at receptions? I don't know. The boom chance is so high for Prescott this week with playing a really easy opponent. And I said in my rest of season rankings that you should be able to start Dak Prescott over Mahomes on any given week. So I'm going to stand by my previous projection and say that you should start Dak Prescott against the Detroit Lions over Patrick Mahomes against the Chargers. It's going out on a little limb, but I think this is the right choice this week. And as I said before, I'm starting Dak in DFS. And he is, I believe he has the Lamar Jackson, the second highest projection for any quarterback this week after Lamar. So I'm starting Dak over Mahomes. And we have another quarterback from Seafield in Carson Wentz or Kyler Murray. Had to think twice about his name. I've been really high on Kyler Murray. I've started him three weeks in a row, I believe, in DFS, or 2 weeks in a row. I can't remember fully. But this week, I'm a little bit cautious about playing him. 17 projection is his lowest in a while. And not the highest of risk. Good floor still. Decent ceiling. Good boom chance. Low bust risk, considering high floor if you compare to 9.4 with a lower floor for Carson Wentz. Tough opponents for both, but especially for Kyler Murray, with San Francisco being the worst opponent for a quarterback to play right now. He's playing on the road. He hasn't been as good on the road compared to at home, but he still has the higher projection, higher floor, higher ceiling, lower bust risk, decent boom check. I'm still starting Kyler Murray over Carson Wentz. I don't trust Wentz to be that good. I'm actually starting the Patriots defense in DFS as well. I expect them to be good this week. He's out, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. So I'm starting Kyler Murray over Carson Wentz this week, and I feel pretty good about that. We're already up to 10 likes this week. That's crazy. And I'm gonna look over to see who has commented on the Deshaun Watson video. It's still only Phil, so let me bring that up again. Just leave a comment on the Deshaun Watson video here on the channel, and you'll be in the running for an Amazon gift card that was decided or not decided on. We had a like drive last week that ended up gaining, was it 25 or 30 likes? I can't remember, but that led to a gift card giveaway this week. So far, Seafield is in the running. As soon as you leave a comment on the Deshaun Watson video, I will put you in the running as well. And by the end of the stream, we'll click this random choice button and a name will pop up. Last time we did this, Maui won $10 gift card for Amazon. Melo got signed. Is that a basketball reference, or did you sign on the Watson video, Melo? Luis Tenagero, good morning. How you doing, man? I put up a video for you with Deshaun Watson. I know I'm a little late on it. It should have been up yesterday, but I ended up going to the Georgia Tech game that they got smashed by Virginia Tech. Poker Lemon, also welcome to the stream. Happy to have you on board as well. Let's look at Luis' question. Quick question. I have 4 running backs. Plan on using one as flex. Kamara, Bell, Fournette, and Melvin Gordon. Which 3 would you recommend to play today/tomorrow? I think I'm actually starting Melvin Gordon. I think I have Alvin Kamara, Leonard, Fournette, and who was the last one? Le'Veon Bell. I think he's a little riskier than other ones, but he has a fantastic matchup against KC. Melvin Gordon. So Melvin would be my first choice. You have 4 runners, planning on using one as flex. So I'm guessing you need 3 of these then, Luis. And then two starting running backs and 1 flex. Yes, perfect. So I would RB1 would be Melvin Gordon. Le'Veon Bell comes with a lot of risk compared to Fournette for about the same. Fournette has a higher floor, higher ceiling, lower bust risk, a lower boom chance, but that's fine. He does have a tougher opponent in Indy than Bell has in DC. And Kamara has Tampa Bay, who's been the worst opponent for a running back to play right now. Is this PPR? Let's look at the PPR points. 6 receptions versus Fournette's 4. This is PPR. Okay, perfect. That helps a lot actually. In that case, I would go. This is weird, but I'm going to remove Alvin Kamara and I'm going to go these 3 in a PPR league with Melvin Gordon, Fournette, and Le'Veon Bell. Thanks to PPR points, but also to standard points. And the opponent is so tough for Kamara right now. That I prefer to have these other 3 in, and I'm not even a Fournette guy. I just think he's the better play. Even though he does have a tough opponent, I still trust him just a little bit more than Kamara still. But it's pretty crazy that you have these 4. I must say, that's pretty crazy to have all these 4 in one team. If this was last year, like, holy crap. Or, well, 2 years ago with Le'Veon Bell, but for the other guys. Well, Fournette has been better this year. You pulled off some trades? Yeah, I'll bet you did, because no, that's you don't see every day. It's a guy in one of my leagues. He dropped Aaron Jones after week 1, and one of our better fantasy players. If you watch the Fantasy Rabbit Hole, the first couple of episodes, Carlton picked up Aaron Jones on waivers week 1, and so he has CMC, Jones, and who is it? He has one more like top back who just been trashing people after that. It's been nasty. Let's look at Poker Lemon with Courtland Sutton, Mohamed Sanu, and Devontae Parker. I kind of knew that I liked Courtland Sutton. 9.3 prediction, lowest risk, highest floor, highest ceiling. Still has a bust risk, but high boom chance as well. Easier opponent. Minnesota is the 5th best opponent for a wide receiver to play right now, compared to Philly, who's the 18th, and Buffalo are the 27th. PPR league, I have Courtland for 6 receptions, 5 for Sanu, and only 4 for Devontae Parker. What kind of like anyway, but Courtland Sutton is my guy out of these 3 by a good couple of points, and especially with the PPR points. Am I starting him in DFS? I kind of want to look, because I kind of want to do that now. Ugh. Let's bring up my DFS team just to make sure. Take a little quick break and remind everybody to hit that like button, share on social media as well. And as I said before, if you go to the Deshaun Watson video and leave a comment, I'll put you in the running for an Amazon gift card. I got, let's mark Marquise Brown, let's see. He has higher ceiling but a lower projection. I want to see how cheap Courtland Sutton is. And bring up. I had to go pretty cheap at the end, which was interesting. All available players. Find Sutton. He is worth 6.6 thousand in DFS. McLaurin is worth 5.5, and Marquise Brown is worth 5.6. Okay, so it's about $1,000 more for Courtland Sutton, and that explains why I could not start him. That makes a lot more sense. I started to question myself a little bit that why I did not put Courtland in my starting lineup in DFS. But if he's more expensive, he should be more expensive than these two. I had to go with some low-cost options at the end. But I would start Courtland Sutton. Let's look at the contestants again and see who to put in for the running. We got Sleek entered into the running. Sleek, welcome to the running. We got Gavin Stern 933, welcome to the running. We got Jackster 933 and Luis Tinajero, T. I'm gonna do that. Poker Lemon, here we go, people. And Dan D, Mellow, perfect. Thank you all so much for doing that. It makes it super easy for me to just keep track of everything. And then I will just need an email address at the end of the stream for whoever wins, and you'll get the gift card. We got another question from Mellow, Car Bell, Jacob. Oh, this is the full team. Let's go over it. I'm not gonna put the stuff up, but you can check out the Patreon page down below with a link. You can get full score projections for your team every week. So I'm just going to go over Melo's team with Derek Carr, Le'Veon Bell, Jacobs, Diggs, Sanu, Jared Cook, Brian Hill, 49ers, DST, Greg Sirline, and I'm playing Brady, Dalvin Cook, Fournette, Michael Thomas, Sutton, Everett, Galladay, Rams, DST, and Will Lutz. I think you have the quarterback with more upside this week. I think Jacobs and Dalvin Cook are evenly ranked this week. I was struggling with Bell and Fournette being quite even as well. Michael Thomas is definitely the better guy here. I think Courtland Sutton is better than Sanu. And Thomas is over Diggs. I got Brian Hill easily over Kenny Galladay. And Everett over, let's bring up that one actually, Jared Cook or Gerald Everett. Higher risk for Cook, higher floor, higher ceiling for Everett. Both have decent opponents. I would put them, seeing that the risk is about 20% difference, prediction about 2 points, higher floor for Cook. I would have Cook over Everett, thanks to the safety in Cook this week. And a fantastic matchup for him. But other than that, I like the 49ers DST over the Rams DST and Will Lutz versus Sirline. I would probably pick Lutz. I think some of your players are going to have to overachieve for you to win this one, in my opinion. I like his team a little bit better. With Cook and especially Michael Thomas and Courtland Sutton. It's the receivers that give him the edge. Luis, would you start Deshaun Watson over Jimmy G? Garoppolo, Deshaun Watson. Yes, easily. Even though he's playing Baltimore, I think if you listen in on the video, I think I'll change the projection by 0.4 points compared to the video. But I trust him enough, even against a tough opponent right now with a safe floor, and he has more red zone opportunity than pretty much any other quarterback. 9 runs, 32 pass attempts, 37% success rate in the red zone. He's only behind Russell Wilson in red zone efficiency. Scored 18 touchdowns, I believe, in the red zone, or something like that, and Russell has 20. So I would go with Watson. There's so much safety in him right now, even against a tough defense. And if he can stay away from Marcus Peters, he can go deep pretty much anywhere on the field on the Ravens. And that's where he's been most efficient instead of dinking and dunking. That's when the Ravens play a quarterback that want to dink and dunk, they just shut that down. They've been extremely efficient in short passes that doesn't go beyond the line of scrimmage. Not 10 yards beyond the line of scrimmage. I'm sorry. Where's 15? Never mind. They've been extremely efficient at that, especially if you're going to the right side of the field. They just shut you down. So Watson is going to have to lean on a couple of deep shots, but if Will Fuller is back, he is out. So Nuke, Kenny Stills is playing Buffalo. My bad. I haven't changed his team. So he's on Miami in my list. Whoops. I still prefer Watson over Garoppolo. I prefer Garoppolo. No, I prefer Kirk Cousins over Garoppolo as well. I like Jimmy G, but he doesn't put up that much fantasy points compared to somebody like Deshaun Watson, even on a bad week compared to a good week. So I would start Watson, like start your studs type of thing. Dan, hey, I'm starting David Montgomery this week in a flex PPR. There are some decent wide receivers I could pick up and play. Kenny Stills. Okay, let's fix Kenny Stills actually before I answer this question. Let me bring that up outside of the screen. Kenny Stills, Demaryius Thomas, Philip Dorsett, Thomas, Philip. How many? I believe it's Dorsett. Is it 1L? There's not 2S. There we go. Any of these better options than David Montgomery? Let's do fix Kenny Stills. You will see that live action. Somebody's prediction change based on. Boom. Let's see what happens. Give it a second. 6 points playing Baltimore. No. PPR league. 4 receptions, 3 receptions. Still 13 points. Highest prediction. Not too high of a risk. Highest floor, highest ceiling. Everybody has pretty average opponents. Montgomery has the worst one, but I still prefer him in PPR over the other 3. So I think you're doing the right choice to start David Montgomery. Dan, let's do another quick mention of the giveaway. If you go to the Deshaun Watson video here on the YouTube channel and leave a comment, you will be in the running for an Amazon gift card. Remember to hit that like button and share on social media as well. It helps the channel a ton, and that's why we're doing all these giveaways, because everybody has been so amazing over the last couple of weeks that I wanted to reward y'all viewers. Last time we had a giveaway was 2 weeks ago, where Maui won Amazon gift card. We got Mello wanted to know about Darren Fells or Jason Witten, Terry McLaurin, Lauren, or Calvin Ridley. That's a tough one, I think. And Mello got signed in the NBA. Yeah, I figured it was NBA reference. Go Hawks. We got Darren Fells over Jason Witten. Yes, Fells has a lower floor but a much higher ceiling. Both have pretty tough opponents. What am I saying? Jason Witten has a good opponent, good boom chance, but his ceiling is so low. He's not going to be above 7 points most likely. No risk. I'm still going. Darren Fells has a high ceiling. That's all I want with him. I'm starting him in 2 leagues, I believe. Either he catch a touchdown and maybe one more, or he doesn't do anything. I'm fine with that. In those leagues, I'm cool with getting goose eggs from my tight end if he has the opportunity to score about 12 points. That's amazing. Calvin Ridley 6.8. much higher risk though. 7 point something higher risk for just 0.1 points. Higher floor for McLaurin, higher ceiling, and easier opponent. So I'm going Terry McLaurin. I like his ceiling this week against the Jets. They give up 30.8 points on average if we adjust for the last 3 weeks and the entire season. So they're a fantastic opponent right now. I have both of them for 4 receptions. How many receptions did I have? 3 and 4. Okay, 4 for Witten and 3 for Fells. So 3 receptions is pretty darn good for Fells as well against Baltimore. Also, Baltimore has been giving up a ton of yards over the middle, and that's where Fells can really hurt them. I noticed that when I was looking at Watson earlier. So I would go with Fells and McLaurin for Mello. We got Dan wants to know about the New England Patriots, who are my third highest ranked defense, or second highest ranked defense after the 40, or are they San Francisco? Will come with a lot more risk. They are my highest ranked defense going into Sunday, Patriots, or Minnesota Vikings. So you should definitely go with the Patriots defense. Both have pretty much the same opponent ranks in Philly and Denver. High boom chance for Minnesota Vikings though, but you see the ceiling is 8.4 points, so booming above that is, while they still have 2.3, booming over 20.2, which is an insane ceiling, just insane. I'm starting the Patriots in DFS this week, and I'm super happy about it because they are actually pretty cheap compared to some other defenses out there like the Redskins, who I don't understand why they're the most expensive defense. That was Dan. We got C-Phil, PPR, need 2 out of Devontae Parker, Tyrell Williams, Ronald Jones, or Calvin Ridley. You need 2 out of these in PPR. Let's look at the PPR points real quick. We have 4 receptions leading up to 12 points and leading up to 11 and 12 and 11 again. Calvin Ridley is out here, I would say. Ronald Jones has the highest projection. He does have the highest risk. He doesn't have the highest floor or the highest ceiling. Really tough opponent. And only 2 receptions. It's a tough one, though. I'll probably start Ronald Jones anyway, thanks to that high projection, even though he has a tough opponent. Because he lands at 12 with the PPR points. And then Devontae Parker, 7. He does come with higher risk, higher floor, higher ceiling for Tyrell. Easier opponent, even though it's projected. I will go with Ronald Jones and Tyrell Williams. Yeah, the risk is so much lower, high floor, high ceiling. An easier opponent for Williams and about the same in PPR. Who was this? This was C-Phil. So I would go with Tyrell Williams and Ronald Jones. Even though Jones is a little risky, I'm still okay with that with a higher projection when it's that much higher. Let's look at the Sean Watson comments and add some people into the giveaway raffle. We got these lined up already. I don't see any new ones. Make sure everybody knows, if you comment on the Sean Watson video here on the YouTube channel, you will be entered into the giveaway at the end of the stream for an Amazon gift card. So let's do some shout outs with Eden. Welcome to the stream as always. Nicholas Carone, what's up, man? Luke Simonetti, welcome. We got Lilawa, hope I pronounced that correctly. And Nicholas Camilleri, hope I didn't miss anybody. Welcome so much to the stream, Jackster933. Fantastic to see all y'all here. And I'm going to get right back into answering questions right after I mention to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so, and share on social media to get the stream out to as many people as possible. Next week, we're doing a chase again for another giveaway. That would be for the giveaway would be at week 13 if we reach the like number in week 12. So the more people join in, the more likely we are to have more giveaways. And like I said before, comment on the Deshaun Watson video to be entered into the raffle. Eden, hey bud, in standard, need 3 of Devin Singletary, Christian Kirk, Stephon Diggs, or David Johnson. Tabs you. I think that's supposed to be thanks. Stephon Diggs. Standard scoring, no risk of reaching 4.6, but that is a low projection for David Johnson. I can't consciously play him when his projection is that low. Diggs, 36.9 isn't bad, but his floor is terrible. About the same ceiling as Christian Kirk, but they're very similar, aren't they? Both have tough opponents in San Francisco and Denver. Devin Singletary would be my first pick. Highest projection. He does come with a fair bit of risk, but 50% isn't bad. Highest floor, decent ceiling. So it's going to be Singletary. You need 3. Never mind. 3. Singletary, Kirk, and Diggs. That made my life so much easier. I'm not going David Johnson. I'm going Singletary, Kirk, and Diggs. And then we got Jimmy G, Garoppolo, or Derek Carr from Dan DiMarino. Higher projection for Carr, but a lot of risk. Higher floor, low ceiling for both of them. Easy opponents for both of them. Lower projection though, but about 15, 16, 17% lower risk for Jimmy G. A little bit higher ceiling, but a much higher boom chance for Derek Carr. I'm going upside here, and the upside is with Derek Carr, in my opinion, with the higher, with the twice as high boom chance against Cincinnati. I'm starting I think I'm starting Jimmy G in one league and Derek Carr in one league. But I've been trying to get Derek Carr to be my bye-week quarterback for Russell Wilson. Ended up having to use Garoppolo in one. I think Derek Carr has massive upside this week. He is a high-risk, high-reward player, though, so it comes with a fair bit of risk. But his floor is still higher than Jimmy G. They might just run all over Arizona. Let's bring up Tevin Coleman real quick. Yeah, they're the 7th best opponent for a running back to play as well. 3rd best for a quarterback, so they might just run the crap over San Francisco, over Arizona, and lean on the running game instead. I mean, Cincinnati, they can do that as well. 11th best opponent for a running back to play, not as good as Arizona right now for a running back. I love Josh Jacobs this week though. Yeah, I think he's going to be fantastic. So saw that floor of 7.8 points. It's great. But I would start Derek Carr for the upside. Kane says back in the chat, choose 2 with Le'Veon Bell. And Miami Canes, don't forget to comment on the Deshaun Watson video to be into the raffle. Alvin Kamara or... Oh, this was a lot of then. Ronald Jones or Todd Gurley. I hope I didn't miss one if it was Ronald Jones and Aaron Jones. I mean, Aaron, he's on a bye week, so never mind. Choose 2. Miami Canes. Is this standard or PPR? While you answer that, let me welcome Justin Walsh to the stream. Happy to have you on board. And let's see if Miami says, let us know if this is standard or PPR with Le'Veon Bell, Alvin Kamara, Ronald Jones, or Todd Gurley. It is PPR indeed. Gurley has lower risk. Alvin Kamara has low risk. Terrible opponent for Kamara. 6 receptions though, which is massive in PPR. But low floor, much higher ceiling than Ronald Jones though. PPR points is massive for him. Yeah, I would start Le'Veon Bell and Alvin Kamara in PPR, thanks to the receptions. I wouldn't start Kamara over Leonard Fournette, but I would start him over Ronald Jones and Todd Gurley. Thanks to the upside and the PPR points. I only have Gurley for 2 receptions, which is pretty terrible. I mean, for him. I mean, if he was any other back, you would be fine with it, but you kind of expect more. I want to make sure I didn't miss any questions. I think I did. No, that's Miami Canes again. Do I start Parker at flex? I have Godwin and Juju play. My options are the running backs I listed or Kupp and Robinson. The running backs you listed, let's bring them up again. Or Cooper Kupp and Allen Robinson. Definitely don't trust Allen Robinson. Cooper Kupp I still like. How many receptions? I got him for 7. And Devontae Parker. I'm starting Cooper Kupp over Devontae Parker in PPR league. Yeah, and I'm starting Kupp over the running backs as well in a PPR league. That's 0. I think that's an anomaly. Stuff like that happens. It doesn't happen 2 weeks in a row, in my opinion. Even though, like, Chicago has been good against wide receivers, I think they bounce back and start leaning on Cooper Kupp a little bit more again. Thank you, Mello, for shouting out the rules to the giveaway. I appreciate that a lot. Luke Simonetti, Kenny Stills or Marquise Brown? Kenny Stills. I believe this is going to be Hollywood Brown. I think he has a lot of upside. He has high projection, lower risk, a little bit lower floor, but a massive ceiling against Houston, who are an easier opponent for a wide receiver to play right now. Give up about 7 more points to wide receivers on average than Baltimore does if we adjust for the last 3 weeks as well. 7th most points to wide receivers compared to 20 most. So definitely Marquise Brown over Kenny Stills in this week. I'm starting Marquise myself in DFS, as I mentioned earlier. Thank you for that question, Luke. Let's move over to Nicholas Carone. Would you start Joe Mixon or Mark Ingram? This is a tricky one, I believe, because Mixon comes with a lot of risk, lower floor, higher floor for Mark Ingram, and higher ceiling, but a much tougher opponent in Houston. And then Oakland, higher projection, but that risk is massive. Would you start Joe Mixon or both for 2 receptions? So with a floor that low and a ceiling that low compared to Mark Ingram, I can't consciously start Joe Mixon over Mark Ingram right now. If Mixon's projection was 14.2 with the same risk, I would do it, because that would be more upside. But now it's just a 1.4 points. That's not big enough for twice as high risk, especially when the floor is almost twice as high and ceiling is 7-8 points higher. So I'm starting Mark Ingram over Joe Mixon in both standard and PPR. Thank you for that one, Nicholas. Miami Canes again. Tevin Coleman or Joe Mixon? Let's bring him up again. Tevin Coleman, David Johnson. Wait. Are on the waivers. I can drop Jones or Gurley. Oh yeah, pick up Tevin Coleman, like right away. I wouldn't. Would I drop Todd Gurley? That's not how you spell his name, is it? Gurley. Ronald Jones. I'd rather drop Jones. Gurley has an easier schedule, and he is a better player just in general. He does have a higher floor and a higher ceiling mover forward, so I would rank him over. But I would drop Ronald Jones for Tevin Coleman and play Tevin this week. And perhaps next week again. I can't remember who the 49ers play, but I would drop Rojo and pick up Tevin Coleman. That's a great one. Lil Wah. What about Lamar Jackson? Mostly the ball go towards the right, towards their right ends, 40%. Oh, the tight ends, 40%. Yeah, and I like that. Lamar Jackson, let's bring him up. That's not that big of a deal for me this week. I I think he's going to be running the ball a fair bit against Houston. He can do so many things that other quarterbacks just don't do. Let's bring up Mark Andrews as well, just to get a grip on it. They do limit tight ends a fair bit in Houston. That is true. I haven't looked at Houston's passing trends or pass defense trends, though. I wish I would, just because of this question. I can... Give me 1 second. I do believe I have this. So this is a perfect comment. And after this comment, I'm just going to enter some more people into the raffle as well. Defensive trends 2019. Let's bring up... Where are the Houston Texans? There we go. Tight ends usually in the middle of the field. Let's look. Houston give up a reception on 91% of all targets going over the middle. Short throws over the middle. That's perfect. Only 65% short right, which is fine. And then give up 13 yards per catch over the short middle zone. This is 15 yards. Up 15 yards beyond the line of scrimmage. After that, it's a deep zone. So Mark Andrews, I think he's going to be fine. I think Lamar Jackson is going to be fine. He's actually my highest ranked quarterback going into this week. So I'm not too worried about that one. That was Lil Wah. That's a good question, though. I really like those when you bring up really specific stuff. And we answer Nicholas Carone's Mixon or Mark Ingram. Yeah, that was a duplicate. Perfect. Let's check. We got 19 likes and 16 people on board in here. That's fantastic, people. Don't forget to put your name in the Deshaun Watson video and get into the raffle. We got Miami Canes joining in the raffle as well. That's it right now. So everybody, I know it's a lot of people in here. Don't forget to go over and comment on that video to be entered into the raffle for the Amazon gift card. And that was Lil Wah. We covered Nicholas Carone. And Miami can clinch a playoff spot in his league if it wins today. Then you better do it, man. You better do it. I believe I can clinch in one as well, but I'm in a couple of leagues. It's a lot of questions. I need to speed up this because we're at 43 and I'm still all up. I'm way behind right now. So let's speed it up. We got Nicholas Camilleri, Miles Sanders, Raheem Mostert, yes, Le'Veon Bell. Come on. Or LaShawn McCoy in PPR. He's out, so not him. Pick 2 in PPR. I think I have Bell for 5 receptions. Easy opponent in DC. So I would start him against the Redskins, and I would start with 2 receptions and high projection. Decent risk compared to his. Higher floor, higher ceiling. Excuse me. I will start Miles Sanders and Le'Veon Bell in PPR. Nicholas. Nicholas Carone asked about Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson. I'm not sure. Oh, do you mean that you commenting Deshaun Watson? No. Comment in the Deshaun Watson video. Just leave a comment on that video, and I'll add your name to the list. I'm sorry. Don't just comment Deshaun Watson in the chat. I'm sorry for not being clear. But I think I covered yours, Nicholas Carone. Let's move forward. Nicholas Carone, I got my friend to help. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Every person who joins in is fantastic and super welcome to join in. We're having such a good time here every Sunday, and on all the videos, just commenting and interacting with each other. It's a fantastic opportunity to join a fantasy community. I saw Mello had a question that I took about a day to answer, so Shane joined in and answered, and they started a conversation on a video. Let's do some shout-outs real quick before I move on. I'm going to speak a little quicker as we're running a little bit low on time. Matt Quest, welcome to the stream. Mark L, welcome as always. Momentum Win, happy to see your name pop up. Chauncey TV, what's up? We got Scott Berlin, C-Dog Gaming. I hope I didn't miss anybody. Let's move up again. I'm going to speed it up like crazy now. Mello, please keep reminding people to comment on the Deshaun Watson video to enter the raffle as well. Mixon or Ingram? Ingram still. Miami Canes PPR. We got Matt Quest, Cortland Sutton, or John Brown half point PPR. Cortland Sutton, John Brown. Cortland Sutton, definitely. I think I talked about them earlier. I have Sutton for 6 receptions, Brown for 5. I have an easier opponent for Cortland Sutton, high projection, decent risk for both of them. Under 50 is good, under 40 is really good. 6.3 floor, higher ceiling, higher floor, higher boom chance, a little bit high bust risk, but I'm fine with that with Sutton, and I will go Cortland Sutton. Mark, I didn't see your question. I only see that you say PPR. Please do Mixon and Ingram. Yeah. Momentum wins. Start 2. Shark Week, Dig Sanity, or Balosh. DJ Shark, Stephon Diggs, or is it Kevin Balosh? No, what's his name? Damn it. Damn it. Kalen Balosh. I got DJ Shark with the highest projection, lowest floor, higher ceiling, higher floor. Said them in the wrong order. He does have a tough opponent, but I'm fine with that. In a PPR league, I still have him for 5 receptions, 5 for Diggs as well, so a higher PPR score for Shark as well. Was this pick 2? Where did I miss this one? Start 2. I would start DJ Shark and Stephon Diggs. We got Brian Hill. Where did that one go? Brian Hill or Devin Singletary. Come on. There we go. I like the risk of Brian Hill this week. He does have a fantastic opponent. Crushed the Carolina Panthers last year. Does have a high ceiling, lower floor, massive risk, but I'm fine with that this week. And I'm starting Brian Hill. It's very, very risky, but I'm fine with it this week. If you can play him, I'm very happy about doing that. Singletary still only gets like 8 carries, which annoys the crap out of me. I think he's a good running back. If it would have been set in stone that Singletary would get 12 carries, I would be way more happy with him. But I think it's more upside with Brian Hill this week, Justin, and I would play him. I'm starting him in 1 or 2 leagues myself. Zach Pascal from Mark in PPR. Devonta Parker, Marius Thomas, or Randall Cobb. PPR 7.6. Who has the most receptions planned? All of them have 4. So we can ignore that and just look here. 7.5, 7.6 even, 4.7. We can remove the Marius Thomas. 6.7 with the high risk, and we can remove Randall Cobb. Easier opponent for Zach Pascal. Brissett should be back. Higher ceiling for him. Much higher floor for Devonta Parker, and a high boom chance. His ceiling is though 4 points lower. I would actually start Zach Pascal thanks to that ceiling with Brissett back. Or would I? That floor is really low. Yes, I would start Zach Pascal over Devonta Parker thanks to the ceiling. So it's more upside with Pascal. Nicholas Camarieri, we got Miles Sanders, Raheem, or did I cover this one? Mostert or Le'Veon, maybe not, Bell. And then we got another one later on with Kalen Balosh or Raheem Mostert. look at the PPR points. Pick 2 for Nicholas. I will go with Le'Veon Bell. Yes, and I got Miles Sanders for 15.7. Holy crap. But a lot of risk. So he's kind of in the Brian Hill situation. Okay, I would start Sanders and Bell. Yes, with more receptions for him than Mostert as well. So Sanders and Bell for Nicholas, and I will go with Kalen or Mostert. I will go with Mostert over Balash. For Mark, Luke Simonetti said that it was half-point PPR. Thank you, brother. I got that one. Perfect. We got Brian Hill from Justin. Brian Hill, Tyler Boyd, or Devin Singletary. I really like the upside of Brian Hill. As I said before, I'm starting him over the other two. I really, really like him this week. And I think even though it's high risk, high reward, but it's so much reward. Let's check in on all the comments in the Deshaun Watson video, and make sure we have Nicholas Carone entered. Nicholas Carone. We got Justin Walsh entering the giveaway as well. I'm going to do 3 more minutes of questions, and then we're going to do the giveaway. Miami Kings, my other league, I have Parker in my flex and play Connor already. I have Singletary, so choose 2 with Devin Singletary, Devontae Parker, Calvin Ridley, Tyrell Williams, or Cortland Sutton. I'm moving as fast as I can, people, too. Williams. I know I've been a little slower today, but we got Singletary for the highest prediction. Let's look at the PPR points. 6, 4, 4, 4, 3. He still has the highest prediction in there with Cortland Sutton as number 1. Choose 2. So I would choose Cortland Sutton, and I would choose Devin Singletary. Yes, I would choose Singletary and Sutton. Let's bring that one up again. Tyler Boyd, James White, or Brian Hill. Come on. And Hill again. I'm starting him. Half-point PPR. I only have him for 1 reception. 6 and 7. Holy crap. So I would start half-point PPR. That's a lot of PPR points for Boyd. A lot of PPR points. 3.5 brings him up to 10. Something with a low risk. So I will go Boyd and Brian Hill in half-point PPR. Let's do one more question real quick. Green Bay Packers or San Francisco. Oh, that's next week. I'm going to have to skip that one, Mello. And just leave that as a comment on another video, and I'll get that when I have the projections done on Tuesday. Miami, who do I sit or to have Coleman in? I have Cup, Bell, or Kamara. I would sit Alvin Kamara. Chauncey, thank you for live stream. I think my llama is set, but thanks to these is always helpful. Thank you, Chauncey. TJ Hawkinson or Gerald Everett from Miami. 4.2 low risk, higher floor, a little bit lower ceiling, but I'm fine with that. Both have easy opponents, but Hawkinson with no Matthew Stafford is Gerald Everett for me. I think I have enough to do one more. I commented on the Watson video. Perfect. Me too. You're the best. Thank you all so much. Can choose to Mike Evans, Shark, Sutton, Ridley. Mike Evans, DJ Shark, Cortland Sutton, or Calvin Ridley. It's not going to be Ridley. It's going to be Evans and Sutton for me. If it's PPR, it's still Evans and Sutton. I have Shark as my number 3 and Calvin Ridley as my number 4. Let's see where we are. We still have a bunch of questions coming in, but we're going to, I'm going to look in the Deshaun Watson video to see who all entered the raffle. We got C-Dog Gaming. And I'm going to pick a winner right now. If you haven't commented on that video, that's fine. We'll have another giveaway in a week or two. Hopefully in week 13 if we can reach the like numbers. I haven't set the like numbers for week 12, but we are up to 20 likes this week, which is fantastic. Thank you so much. Let's see how this looks on the screen. You can see I have not put anything down here. These are all the people who are in the raffle who commented on the Deshaun Watson video and joined in the stream. If you win, you get an Amazon gift card. We only have 4 more minutes. I know there's a bunch of questions left, but C-Dog won. So C-Dog, send your email address to csdfantasy@gmail.com. I commented that in the chat, and send just an email and I'll send you an Amazon gift card. And thank you so much, everybody who joined in and commented on the video. I'm gonna keep doing really fast now at the end because we only have a few more minutes. Chauncey, Jameis Winston, or Josh Allen, Buffalo, Bills, San Francisco. Jameis Winston have a lower risk, lower floor, higher ceiling. I will go Josh Allen, and I will go the 49ers. Josh Allen, 49ers. Kyle Rudolph or Darren Fells. I like Fells over Rudolph with a higher projection and higher ceiling. Matt Ryan or Josh Allen. I see that you're asking, Justin. Can you put the question in again just to make sure that I'd see it? Josh Allen, higher risk though, higher floor, higher ceiling for Matt Ryan. I'm going Matt Ryan. As I said in the article on Thursday, don't get cute with Matt Ryan. Put him back in. Brian Hill, Damian Williams, Miles Sanders. I'm going Hill and Sanders. Also, I heard that Damian Williams had to leave to deal with some family issue. They said he would be fine for tomorrow, but you never know if there's some complications. So I would start Miles Sanders and Brian Hill. Very high risk, high reward type of plays. But so is Damian Williams. I was right about Pittsburgh. Yes, I was wrong about Pittsburgh this week though. Hines or Burkhead. Naheem Hines or Rex Burkhead. That would be Burkhead. It's not enough upside with Hines. It's about 12.55. Yeah, it's crazy. How do I send you my email? Just C-Dog, just send me an email. Just saying hi or something to csdfantasy@gmail.com, and I'll send you a gift card to that email address that you sent me from. Brian Hill, Damian Williams. I got that one from C-Dog. I answered that one. Did I miss anybody? Just put that one in at the end here. We have about 1 more minute. King T, what's up, bro? How's it going? I might have missed a couple of questions today, and I'll see what I can do about changing up the format of the giveaway for next week. I know Mello said that it became a little complicated. It was easy for me to keep an eye on commenting on another video, so it helped me, but it might not have been the best for y'all, and I want that to be better for the viewers. So I'm gonna look into fixing that for next week. So happy for C-Dog who won the raffle, and I will be sending him, as soon as I get his email, I will be sending him a gift card. I don't see any more questions popping up. The games are about to start. If I missed your question, I'm so sorry, but so happy to have all of y'all on board. I'll send you an email. My email starts with... Okay, perfect, C-Dog. I'll get you that as soon as possible. And thank you all so much for joining me here today. It's been a fantastic stream. Next week, we're doing another like contest. So in week 13, we probably have another giveaway. And I'll see you all again next week.